students, let's look at this activity given here. In this activity, you have to take iron nail, aluminium wire, coal piece and pencil lead. Now what you have to do? Simply you have to hammer each of these substances. On hammering, you will observe that the iron nail and aluminium wire has simply changed their shapes, somewhat of their shape they will change, while the pencil lead and the coal piece will break down into pieces. So this shows that metals, aluminium and iron are metal, and coal piece and pencil are non-metals. So this experiment proves that metals are malleable and non-metals are brittle. Malleable means the property by virtue of which metals can be hammered into thin sheets. That property is called malleability. Brittle means जो आसानी से टूट जाए. So non-metals are brittle. Now let's discuss non-metals. Students, in comparison to metals, non-metals are very few in number. If we exclude inert gases, then we have only 11 non-metals known to us. These are hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, sulfur, phosphorus and acetylene. Non-metals are also very important in our daily life. Oxygen, you know, it is very important to us because it is required for breathing. Nitrogen, that is 78% in the air. It forms the proteins that are very important. So occurrence of non-metals. Non-metals are present in earth crust also, and the most abundant non-metal in the earth crust is oxygen. They are present in free state as well as combined state. Comparison of general properties of metals and non-metals. Look at the comparison of metals and non-metals. First property is physical state. Metals are generally present in solid state at room temperature except mercury, that is liquid in state. Gallium, if you keep gallium on your palm, then it will melt, right? Non-metals can exist in all the three states, solid, liquid as well as gaseous state. Luster. Luster means shine, the ability to shine. So metals are lustrous, they shine, except lead that has dull appearance. Non-metals are non-lustrous except iodine and graphite. Hardness. Metals are generally hard except sodium and potassium. You can cut sodium and potassium with the help of knife also. They are so soft. Non-metals are generally not hard except the diamond, that is the form of carbon, and it is the hardest known substance. Density. Metals have high density except sodium and potassium, while non-metals have low density except iodine and graphite. Diamond has the highest density. Melting point and boiling point of metals are high except of sodium, potassium, gallium, cesium and mercury, while melting point of non-metals are generally low except graphite and diamond. Graphite and diamond, a form of carbon, have high melting point, except these all the non-metals have low melting point and boiling point. Ductility. Ductility is the ability by virtue of which metals can be drawn into wires. So you might have seen aluminium wires, iron wires. So metals can be drawn into wires while non-metals can't be drawn into wires. Malleability, we have already seen in that activity, metals are malleable and non-metals are brittle. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Tungsten and lead are poor conductors, so these are the exceptions. Non-metals are bad conductors except carbon, in the form of graphite and carbon, gas carbon, it can conduct electricity. Sonority. Sonority means if you strike some substance and it produces a sound, then that is called sonorous substance. So metals are sonorous, that's why we make bells from metals. Non-metals are non-sonorous. Metals have high tensile strength except zinc. Tensile strength means they can withstand strain. Non-metals have low tensile strength. Metals form alloy with other metals. Non-metals do not form alloy. But carbon forms alloy. It is present in steel. Solubility. Metals are insoluble in water and other organic solvents, while non-metals can be soluble or insoluble in water or other substances.